Greetings, fellow humans. Dateline, Wednesday, March the 8th, International Women's Day. Let's mark this with a quick run through of some scores by international women. I'm going to stick to soundtracks, although, well, mostly stick to soundtracks. Film, mostly. TV, video game, a little. I have got some stuff that's classical by women composers, Louise Farrell, Ruth Gibbs, and some non-film stuff by people like Doreen Carwithen. But I'm going to stick with music for media, as you might call it. Run through them alphabetically. Back in a minute. See if we can do this quite quick, because there's lots of them. So first off, Fatima Al Qadiri, Atlantics. Then we've got Leslie Barber, Manchester by the Sea and Mansfield Park. They're practically next to each other on the alphabetical list. Now there are a lot here where there's not a physical release, and I've had to buy digital downloads. And you know me, I tend to burn them to CD. Catherine Bostic did a score for a film called Clemency, and the score was about 20 minutes long, so I burned that to a mini CD. It's a little ditty one. I've got a few of these mini CDs, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's what I do when you get a score that short. There's also Joanna Brusdovich, Un air si pur and The White King. I think she passed away in 2021, so fairly recently. Who else have we got? We've got Wendy Carlos, fairly obviously, Tron and Clockwork Orange, and the always expensive but not as rare as people seem to think it is, The Shining. Then we have Doreen Carwithen. This is a compilation disc. Boys in Brown, Men of Sherwood Forest, Man Trap, 3 Cases of Murder, and various other bits and bobs. Then who else do we have? We have Holly Amber Church, a sort of horror composer, and there we are. That's a signed copy of that one. There's Worry Dolls and Open 24 Hours. Who else have we got? This is not a film soundtrack. It's more a sort of an opera, I think. Help Help the Globulings, which is Suzanne Ciani, a sort of pioneer of electronic synth music. So I thought I'd show that. Then we have, I think I showed that recently with the nature section of the Trivial Pursuit Challenge. That's Sarah Class. And then we have Jan Antonia Cornish. That's very short. I think it's a film that also had an alternative score by another composer. I can't remember off the top of my head who. That is an absolute cracker. There's a few songs on there as well, but there's quite a bit of her score. Then we have computer game composer is Jessica Curry. Those are very good. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture and So Let Us Melt. Then we have someone who's best known as an actor, but wrote her own music for the Countess, is Julie Delpy. That. We have some Anne-Catherine Dern. She's got a very good film music YouTube channel. We have here The Jade Pendant and Lily's Bewitched Christmas. And The Claus Family, which I got as a digital download. I've just printed off my own CD of that. the actual CD of that is a 100 copies edition from Keep Moving Records, who are in Moscow, and so it's not really easy to get stuff from them these days. It's a bit of a shame because they're good, good label with good music. Then we have Ninita Desai, which is another nature documentary, Untamed Romania. That's proper CD. And Fossama, which is a much trumpeted score, but again that's just a digital download, so I've made my own CD-ROM of that. Untamed, those are both good. Untamed Romania is a really good score. Then, with quite a lot of things, we have Anne Dudley. I've got quite a lot of her music. What have I got? Poldark, that's a really good TV score. World of Jeeves and Wooster, very jazzy. It's a very early score from her, 1992, something like that. That was the Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie version of Jeeves and Wooster. 10th Kingdom, another TV score. It's very good. The Crying Game. Night Moves. Nah, it's not a great one in my opinion, but hey, here's a nice obscurity. Felidae and Hollow Reed. Has anybody even heard of that? When Saturday Comes. There's a lot of songs on that. Tony Hadley and Jeff Beck and Thin Lizzy. Pavarotti, Nessun Dorma, New Order, but there's a amount of her score on there as well. The one that won the Oscar is the Full Monty. Another weird obscurity. Gentlemen Don't Eat Poets. Don't ask. I think that's one of those films that was known by about 5 different names. American History X was very well received. Pushing Tin. Lucky Break. That's again got a mixture of score and songs. Yeah, Prince Buster, Jimmy Cliff, Gregory Isaacs. Tristan and Isolde. Elle and Black Book. And one that was most recent, I think it was last year, which again was only a digital download, it was Benedetta. So I've done myself a CD-ROM of that. What's next? Then we have just the one from Sharon Farber, When Nietzsche Wept. This is from Movie Score Media. I should probably do a video about Movie Score Media because they've got some good stuff. Then we have German composer Annette Fox, Pole, and 2 volumes of her compilation albums. Some good stuff on those. We have Lisa Gerrard. Obviously, I'm not going to mention Gladiator. That was mostly Hans Zimmer, but had some of her in it. She's also collaborating with Ilan Eshkeri on Layer Cake. But there's only like 1 track of their score on the album for that. Peter Bork on The Insider. And All on Her Lonesome, Whale Rider, New Zealand movie. Then what else do we have? Yeah, it's that Hilda Gudnadottir. That's the only one of hers that I've actually got. Not a massive fan of her style, but you know that was an Oscar winner, so I got it. We have some Yoko Kanno. Let's see how good pronunciation of Japanese. Onna Jushu Naotora. Comes in a plastic sleeve with a booklet as well as the jewel case. So, and the plastic sleeve, I don't know if you can see that, the plastic sleeve is kind of printed to match the artwork of the back of the jewel case. Yeah. And Honey and Clover, I think that's TV. Macross Plus, and there's also Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. And this, I don't know the English title, Ashurajo no Hitomi. This is a bootleg. Apparently, I only discovered that after I bought it. Let's see, it's practically transparent. It's, yeah. Who else have we got? We've got all the way from Greece, Eleni Karindrou. We've got Ulysses Gaze, so I've put that in sideways. Weeping Meadow and Dust of Time and Eternity in a Day. Yeah, these are all Theo Angelopoulos movies. More New Zealand, Under the Mountain, Victoria Kelly. We have a couple of Penka Kunova scores. And you see Encounter is signed there, and Midnight Movie. We have also signed or initialed Censor by Emily Levinas Farouche. Mika Levy, some people fans, some people not. Those all on card sleeves. I don't know whether that's coincidence. Moros, Jackie, and Under the Skin. Then who have we got? We've got Deborah Lurie. There's 9, which has also got some Danny Elfman on it, and One for the Money, which has got a lot of songs, but then a decent amount of her score on it as well. Elizabeth Lutyens. If you try and find film music by Elizabeth Lutyens, you won't find much. There's this compilation, which has also got Benjamin Britten and Roberto Gerhard and Richard Rodney Bennett on it, but it's got about 17 minutes from The Skull. This is called Love from a Stranger, 4 British film scores. Heather McIntosh, we've got Compliance and Z for Zachariah. Abigail Mead, Full Metal Jacket, yeah. Anna Meredith, 8th grade. Zeltia Montez, Sad Hill Unearthed. Angela Morley, Watership Down. This one is only a digital download. 2x2 Overboard, also known as Oops, which is by Eamon Noon. She's Irish. So yeah, this is me burning off a CD of my own for that. All the way from Italy, Nora Orlandi. We have Il Diario Proibito di Fanny. And on vinyl we have A Doppia Faccia. Quite a nice recent release for that. Very shiny. We have Michiru Oshima. Legend of Cass Hand is one of those TV series things. Snow White with the red hair. Lovely image on that front cover there. There you go. What else have we got? We've got Adiantum Blue. Year One in the North, which I love. That's great. A contribution to the Godzilla series. This is Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. And then a compilation of stuff from various of her scores, which does include a track from that same score, but also other bits and bobs. Cinema Music Best, it says. Then what have we got? Hold on a moment. What else have we got? After Oshima, you get Jocelyn Pook. Jocelyn Pook, we've got Merchant of Venice. Again, that's I got that signed. And a couple of others. Habitación o Roma, or Room in Rome, and Chaotica Anna. And then we've got lots of Rachel Portman. Starting off with Where Angels Fear to Tread. And the Joy Luck Club. Lots of Portman. Snowflower, Secret Fan, Cider House Rules. Despite the Falling Snow and Belle. Race, Never Let Me Go. That's much appreciated. Very good stuff on that. Nicholas Nickleby, I think possibly very popular breakthrough. Chocolat. Legend of Bagger Vance and the Emperor's New Clothes. Emma and Sirens. War of the Buttons. And this fabulous TV box set of The Storyteller, which is a 3-disc thingy, all folds up. It's that Jim Henson series. It was really rather good. Then what do we have after that? Then we've got, okay, that's Sally Potter, co-writing with who's that with? That's with David Motion. Lolita Rickmanis. We've got Batman, Mask of the Mystery of the Batwoman. Mask of the Phantasm is someone else. We'll come to that in a minute. Blizzard of Souls. This has now come out on CD, but it came out after I bought it as a digital download, so that's a CDR. Then we have some Laura Rossi. I think Laura Rossi's rather good. Battle of the Somme is a bit of a masterpiece of hers. Cottage is sort of a comedy horror. Yeah, it's got Andy Serkis and Reece Shearsmith and people like that in it. Another Movie School Media output. Hurricane. Yes, that is black and white because that was me printing off again. CDR. So I've got that as a download. Song for Marion. That's got a few tracks of score, but also some songs and things on it. Then we have Ilona Sekash, Mrs. Dalloway, and Antonia's Line. We have Tamar Kali. That's proper CD, Mudbound. That's me doing a digital download. Shirley. Don't think there was a physical release of that. How about Janine Tesori? Nights in Rooms. I've got the thing upside down for that. Nights in Rodanthe. I think she's much better known as a composer for musicals rather than for film. Then we have Lady Chatterley by Beatrice Thiriet. And then we've got a lot of stuff by Pinar Toprak. 99 Nights is a computer game score. It's got music by various composers, but Toprak's one of them. Krypton is a TV series score. Lost City came out last year. Yeah, that's signed as well. It's quite a lot of Pinar Toprak's scores are only digital. So again, me making my own CD-ROMs or CDRs rather. Slumberland, that's last year. That's one of hers. A couple of things fitting into the nice score shame about the movie category is the utterly ridiculous Skyfire, Chinese disaster movie, and Behind Enemy Lines 2, Axis of Evil, which by all accounts has got very little to do with Behind Enemy Lines 1 apparently. And more Captain Marvel. There was no. Why is there not a proper CD of Captain Marvel, for goodness sake? And the Challenger. No, they did her kind of sailing documentaries. The Wind Gods got a proper CD release through Caldera, but the Tides of Fate didn't, so that's digital download. Yes, and then everything else has got. That is like the Lightkeepers. That's perennially in SAE's kind of 50%, 50 cent sale thing. So just get that. If it's 50 cents, go get it. That's another Caldera one. The River Murders and Sinner. And this is Say It in Russian, something that I did manage to buy direct from Keep Moving Records before before dealing with Russia became not something you can do. Another digital download is Chambord by Anne-Sophie Versnayen. That's a sort of a documentary about a country estate, really. Then we have, there's the other Batman. This is Shirley Walker. Shirley Walker, Batman Mask of the Phantasm and Memoirs of an Invisible Man and Turbulence and Willard, and then additional music for what is otherwise Stephen Warbeck's Mystery Men. Nearly there, nearly there. Some more digital downloads only. Emma, that did get. This is Isabel Wallerbridge's version, co-written with David Schweitzer. That got a vinyl release, but not a CD. And then these are just digital downloads. Is Mum's List and Mary Shelley, which are by Amelia Warner. And then at the end of it all, we've got Debbie Wiseman, Flood, and Edie. To Olivia. Oops, I've got that one in sideways. Yeah, to Olivia. And Arsène Lupin. I think that took me a bit of getting hold of. Haunted. Tom Lviv. And her most popular, I think, most successful is Wild. And then finally, Lesbian Vampire Killers, which again, it's very hard to get hold of the the real CD of that, so that's a digital download as well. There we are, fast approaching, coming rapidly up to half an hour. That, oh no, what? There's a couple more. Carly Simon, Working Girl. And then at the end of the alphabet is Rachel Zafira. So that's Elizabeth Harvest by Rachel Zafira. And that's The Duke of Burgundy by the group Cat's Eyes, which 50% of which is Rachel Zafira. Yeah, there we are. That is my soundtrack scores by female composers. Massive variety of different styles there, from your traditional post-romantic orchestral stuff through to what Kermode calls atonal squonk fests, to synths and electronica and everything in between. Yeah, it's a shame there's quite a lot that's digital downloads only. I don't know whether that's because they're very recent releases or whether there's some degree of sexism in it. I don't know. But yeah, there we are. Hope you got something from that. Shows at least that there's a decent quantity of women composers' content out there to be found. So until next time, what shall I do next time? I'll do those posters. I'll do those posters. Till then, stay fresh, cheese bags.